What's up, guys? Farzin Vasugian here. Halftime live stream. Chiefs lead the Bills right now 21-6 at the half. All right. Some good, some bad. Let's go over it. Let's talk about it. Let's start with the Chiefs offense. And let's quickly start with the negative because there wasn't a whole lot bad with the Chiefs offense. They had that fumble on a offside penalty there. And then there was another fumble. That one unfortunately led to a turnover. And then it led to a Buffalo Bills touchdown, their first touchdown of the game. That's the negative with the Chiefs offense. When you want to look at the positives with the Chiefs offense right now, they're playing some damn good football. That is the best first half the Chiefs have played all year, no question about it. And this is exactly why Andy Reid wants the ball to start the second half. Kansas City has to get a touchdown on this drive. Keep it a two-possession game. Buffalo's going to be aggressive. Kansas City also aggressive. They talked about it in that interview right before halftime, or right at halftime, rather, where Tracy Wilson was asking the question about going for it on 4th and short from their own 39-yard line. I told you guys earlier this week, both coaches are going to be aggressive, maybe kind of like Dan Campbell, where they're going to go for it more often. This would not surprise me if this was a no-punt type of football game, because you're not seeing, at least from Kansas City side of things, because this is one of those games where you can't really afford to punt the football much. Buffalo's already punted twice. Kansas City hasn't yet. Did not score on every drive. That fumble right there was definitely costly as it turned into a touchdown for the Bills, but the Chiefs were able to make up for it as they went and scored with Xavier Worthy. That was a big touchdown drive right there. And then the Chiefs were able to force a 3-and-out, and they get another touchdown on a very quick drive, a 6-play drive, a minute 44. So Kansas City, and that was a big punt return there by Nico Remigio. That absolutely helped. When you look at the Chiefs and how they're playing right now offensively, very, very few mistakes are being made. I told you guys earlier, this is going to be a game of who makes the fewest mistakes. Josh Allen hasn't necessarily been very careful with the football here. There have been some risky throws here. When you look at Mahomes, he's 10 of 13 in the game. Allen's 13 of 20. And as far as third down conversions go, Kansas City was bad at this last week. Didn't do very well. The Chiefs are 3 of 4. Buffalo's 4 of 7. Buffalo has the same number of third down conversions as the Chiefs have third down attempts in this game. The Chiefs have 17 first downs off 33 plays. So that kind of offensive production right there is what you need. And to start the football to start with the football to open up the second half, that is massive right there. Kansas City absolutely needs that. So the Chiefs have got to continue to play aggressive football there. I like what I've been seeing from everyone's getting involved. Last week, there were some concerns. Why didn't we see much of Hopkins and Hollywood? Yeah, it certainly helps when Kelce was left open a lot by the Texans defense. But Kelce's been very quiet. He only has one catch, did drop that one pass. Would have gone for a first down on the screenplay there. But Hopkins has gotten involved a little bit, had a nice first down. Worthy's had 5 for 62, including a touchdown there. Juju got involved a little early on there with that nice 31-yard catch and run play. Hollywood had a couple of catches early. Those two guys have not had a reception since that opening drive for the Chiefs offense there. So I'd be very curious to see if the Chiefs open up the second half in a very similar manner they opened up the first half there. And then as far as the ground game goes, Kareem Hunt's playing really well. Was stuffed a couple of times on that second down and third one before the fourth down gamble there. Averaging more than 5 yards a carry. Pacheco averaging just under 3 yards a carry. A lot of us were talking about Hunt all week long and how he's going to be hungry and that this is a game where they got to give Hunt the ball more. Just keep feeding Hunt. And I certainly would expect more of that, especially when you look at time of possession right now. Kansas, obviously at halftime, time of possession, not a big factor, but it can turn into a big factor in the second half. Kansas City's had the ball for 16 minutes and 12 seconds. Buffalo for 13 minutes and 48 seconds there. So the edge goes to Kansas City on that one. And to start off the second half, that would be huge. Now, looking at the Chiefs defense, it's been up and down for Kansas City's defense in this game. To open up the game, Buffalo had to punt after a 3-and-out. Chiefs go out there and score a touchdown, taking advantage of that. Then they allow a field goal. Then, of course, we talked about the fumble early. Buffalo took advantage and catching on a touchdown there. And then after that, when Buffalo got the ball next, it was another 3-and-out. Buffalo's already had 2 3-and-outs in this first half. And obviously, Buffalo answered with making a strong statement there. That pass, who was that, by the way? Was it? It wasn't Curtis Samuel. I know McDuffie was covering there. Mac Hollins. So the Chiefs definitely need to be better and tighten up in certain areas there. It's been an up and down first half for the Chiefs defense there. I've said many times, Andy Reid and Spags are really good at making halftime adjustments. I don't think you need to do a lot of adjusting with the offense. Just keep doing what you're doing. Probably going to surpass more than 30 points for the first time this season. Defense has to tighten up and be better, and I think they will. Both teams scored 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. So Kansas City, they know Buffalo's not going to go away and just roll over easy here. Buffalo's going to fight to the very end, kind of similar to that Rams game where the Rams won 44-42. The Rams kept getting a 2-possession lead, but Buffalo kept fighting back. So Kansas City knows this game's not over until the very final second here. That's why it's important they start off well offensively, getting the ball to open up the second half. And again, like, they haven't failed on any of their drives. They've moved the football well on every single drive. It's just that one 6-play drive that led to a fumble there. They've just got to capitalize and be better. They had a couple of fumbles on that drive. One of them was called back because of the offside penalty. Imagine that. But defensively, they've got to tighten up and be better. A couple of interference calls in the end there, one from Watson, one from McDuffie on the touchdown, which didn't really matter too much. The positive is that they stuffed Josh Allen at the line of scrimmage there when they wanted to go for 2 after Justin Reid was offside. So in a weird way, Justin Reid being offside ended up being a really good thing for Kansas City. And listen, we know that, you know, not having that extra point or the 2-point that Buffalo attempted, that can really make a difference here. Look at the Super Bowl last year when Leo Chenal blocked that PAT. That made a difference. That forced the game to go into overtime here. So we'll see what kind of a game this ends up being here, because with that failed conversion, that can make a big difference in this one here. But for right now, Kansas City needs to score a touchdown on this opening possession here for the second half. I mean, Shannon, look, I'm trusting Spags to make these adjustments. I think you've got to trust that this is what they've done all year long. And if the Chiefs can go out there and create a 2-score lead, do not loosen up. I mean, you've got to be aggressive defensively. Don't let them. And the Chiefs have done some good things. I'm not going to say they played great in the first half. There were some really, really good moments, and then there were some really, really bad moments. And you guys, we kind of just recapped it. You guys saw it right there. So Kansas City's defense just needs to find some consistency here. That's the most important thing. And that's easier said than done, because we know that this Buffalo team is going to fight till the very end. They're obviously keeping it close here, and Kansas City's they're losing the turnover battle right now. That is huge. The fact that the Chiefs are right now -1 in the turnover category, and they're leading, and they have a chance to make it a 2-score lead, that can really make the world of a difference here for Kansas City, and could really help them put this game away if the defense steps up. What are the odds of that happening? Not 100% sure. I think, like I said, Buffalo's going to keep fighting. But if the Chiefs are getting pressure on Josh Allen, no question about it. They've gotten to him a couple of times. I know there was that fumble that Allen had earlier on. It didn't count as a sack. I think they just counted it as a loss, rushing yards. But I think Mike Dana was the one who forced that fumble, and he got it right back. So Allen's already fumbled twice in this one here. And look at the opening drive where it was a quick 3-and-out there. 2 plays damn near intercepted there. I'm not going to sit here and say the moment is too big for Allen, because this guy's been around a long time. He became the primary starter the same year Patrick Mahomes became the starter for the Chiefs. So, but you can tell he's certainly coming into this game maybe not as relaxed. I'll put it that way. So Josh Allen dealing with a lot of pressure in this game from Kansas City's defense. They got to continue that. Chris Jones has been going after him. Karlaftis has been going after him. So Kansas City's got to take advantage of that. And by the way, I think my favorite play by the Chiefs defense was that Justin Reid play. I know they still ended up scoring on that drive, but Justin Reid just perfectly read that play. And I can't remember who they threw the ball to. I think it was Khalil Shakir, where he was going in motion across the backfield, and Justin Reed read that. That's game study right there. That's game film. So a big credit to the coaches and also to Justin Reed executing that perfectly, stopping the Bills and Shakir for a loss of yards there. That Chiefs defense, they've been playing aggressive. They've got to just keep it going. Got to figure out some of the loose screws on certain places defensively. But I think this Chiefs team is going to find a way to get things going here. Yeah, I agree with you. Cole. They've got to get a touchdown here. Absolutely need to get a touchdown here. And if they do that, boy, I mean, what a way to open up the second half. I saw on Twitter someone was saying, I mean, I agree with you, Eric, but somebody was saying that they hope that the Chiefs went on a controversial call just to see the meltdown on social media. Oh, I mean, we have a little bit. I've said this earlier in the week, guys. Those third down blitzes. I mean, Kansas City, that's kind of their bread and butter, but they allow so many open guys on those third down plays right there. That's the most frustrating part. So they've done a good job of not letting Josh Allen run free or anything like that. That's kind of how the first game was going too, but be ready for it because they'll have that in their pocket ready to go at any time. And that's not one you have to necessarily plan for. If the defense kind of starts collapsing and there's a busted play that's not going in Buffalo's way and there's an open lane, Allen's going to run for it. So he scrambled 3 times for 6 yards. One of them was a quarterback sneak. Hasn't done a whole lot. I think on the first play of the game, he did a fake and went for a run there. So he hasn't done much on the ground. That's the good news. And Kansas City's stopping him there. Yeah, Karlaftis that would be huge to come up, especially after a huge one last week. Want this win more than Super Bowl. See, that's what we're all thinking right now, Robert, but then we'll have like a different mindset in 2 weeks. But yeah, this feels like a Super Bowl. It really does. With all the narratives coming into this one about how the Bills can't beat the Chiefs in the playoffs and how this is the best Allen's looked in a season. This is because a lot of people are saying the winner of this game wins Super Bowl. That's what a lot of people were saying, regardless who won. Of course, now we know it's going to be Philadelphia after they dominated the Commanders. But, man, 30 minutes away. You just got to continue to play your game. That's what Andy Reid was asked, what was the final message to the team? Just be yourselves and play your game. And that's kind of what I've been saying so much about this Chiefs team. All right, there's coming back real soon, so I'll read a couple more. It's going to be ugly as hell when Buffalo has to start just passing like crazy because the secondary is shit. Look, man, a lot of guys are down on the defense. They'll adjust. They'll adjust. The kicker will win the game. Yeah, it's going to be that one. Yeah, that was impressive. And Worthy's, they're going to continue to use Worthy in this game here. He's playing really well. 5 for 62 already. Okay, they are back, guys. I'm getting out of here. Hey, come back after the game. We're going to do the Chiefs Zone podcast live. And hopefully we're recapping an AFC championship win and discussing a trip to the Super Bowl. Come back after the game. I'll have the link for you guys to call in. You just got to simply click on the link, turn on your audio, turn on your video, put in your name, and we'll chat it up after the game. They're kicking off. I'm out of here. Peace out.